Alright, y'all. Today, as you can see, we're going to be reacting to what Zero Accountability looks like by Abba and Preach. The truth about why Sneako was deplatformed and why he hates KSI. Let's go.
Watch the Apple and Peach video he did about you. Bro, these blue pill people only focus on the shit that, bro, you know what is newsworthy and what Abba and Priest should be about if they're a commentary channel who cares about free speech? They should have made a video talking about the fact that I got deplatformed off of most of these social media sites. But he didn't. It doesn't matter.
My man's out here right now lecturing me, talking about, oh, Abba, if you cared, you would have talked about my deplatforming. Deplatforming is a big problem. Bruh, you out here sucking off Fresh and Fit, two guys who try to DMCA strike and get a bunch of channels deplatformed, right? You haven't sat in on a podcast with them and had a long-form discussion. All of a sudden, now that you're suffering, deplatforming is a big problem. If you felt so strongly, you probably would have said something, but you don't, because now you need to suck off their teats just to be able to make some dimes. Congratulations, you played yourself. Everybody warned you left and right that you probably shouldn't be doing this. Nigga, you can't swim. And then you decide to go in the deep end with the sharks, found out shit's a little steep.
Abba got a good point going on right here. Like, I didn't even think about that because, what is the end of 22? I think the beginning of this year, or it was like towards the end of last year or something like that. I think it was like towards the end of 2021. Fresh and Fit had some controversial issue going on. I forget what it was. He's probably, I'm sure he's gonna remind us in the video, but they had some controversial issue going on, and other YouTubers were basically exposing it, and they were going on tirades trying to get these videos reported that were exposing them and trying to get YouTubers deplatformed, and that's basically what he's explaining right now. And now that Sneako has been deplatformed from YouTube and these other platforms, he's been kicking it with Fresh and Fit, who are the guys who have been trying to deplatform other people for exposing the truth about them in certain ways. So he does have a good point right here. Let's get back to it.
And all of a sudden, you want everybody to jump in there. Save your ass. You were warned, brother. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't like seeing you being devoured. But what more can a man do? Like J. Cole says, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's you. Today's topic, Sneako is deplatformed. After our last video, I was contacted and basically told, like, hey, why would you cover the fact that I was on Fresh and Fit and not the fact that I was deplatformed? And I was like, okay. And the reason why I didn't cover the deplatforming, to be honest with you, Sneako, is because I got some bad things to say, you know. No, it's true.
That's crazy.
Listen.
By not talking about it, he made you a favor that you asked for it, and it was like, well, I'm going to come to you.
But there's two things that are true at the same time. One, I think the issue with deplatforming on this platform and others becoming more rampant is a problem. Okay, the fact that people cannot even be posting stuff and be removed from every social media, like, I'm not for it. Okay. On the other hand, Sneako being deplatformed was one of the most unsurprising things of 2022. The reason being is I was telling him this for months. I was telling him that, one, if he keeps going on this way, he's going to lose everything. Two, that he was not only going to lose his channel, Sneako, where he's live streaming, but the main one where he does nothing. Why? Because YouTube has a rule in place where if you're acting wild or you're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, or they want you off the platform and they decide to give you 3 strikes or whatever, they get rid of everything. Why would it make sense for a platform to deem the fact that you aren't fit for their channel, their platform, that you are an issue and that you are a problem, and then let you keep another channel where you get to do a lot of the same kind of content?
It's like when you get...
To elaborate on that, they do get rid of everything that's like under your name pretty much, but as you can see, you can still like see Sneako on YouTube, like different videos that other people have uploaded, shorts and stuff like that. I'm sure you've seen. He still appears on other YouTube platforms. Like I seen him go live with no jumper like last night, I think it was, he still appears on Fresh and Fit every now and then. So he's still visible on YouTube, but he doesn't have his own channels anymore that generate income for him. But he's still visible on the YouTube platform. He just been deplatformed from everything which was under his own name, if you understand. But he's still visible. But I'm sure he's not like making money off these streams that he's appearing on other people's channels. You feel me? Like his bread and butter was his main channel, Sneako, his second streaming channel, which was really getting a lot of traction more recently before he was deplatformed. But he's still visible. He's still out here. You know what I'm saying? Moving around. He's on Rumble now, so I'm not really sure how Rumble works and everything like that. But I'm sure that's gonna be his new bread and butter, along with the creativity kit. So hopefully everything's going well with him. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Abba finish his spill.
You get barred from a club, and then you come back and it's like, yo, you're banned from here. Yeah, but I got a different fit. They don't care.
They don't care. They don't care.
You're banned. It's a person.
Imagine a full body workout without plates or dumbbells.
Hey, I got a different
Let's go.
Yo, it's basically like how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could find your way to sneak in through these other platforms, like, well, appearing on channels of people that belong to people who still fuck with you, know what I'm saying, that exist on the platform. But you yourself can't create like a new account and just like start over. You feel me? Like once they deplatform you, like you're banned. Like that's it.
So
Yeah, it makes sense.
on one hand, you don't want to see the homie lose his money.
No.
On the other, you're doing shit that's gonna make you lose your money. You're being warned about it multiple times. You're out here bringing on folks who are white supremacists, folks who are out talking about race realism, doing crazy stuff. Your clips are showing up in the Senate. You wildin'. You being warned. Hey, I let my nuts hang. I'm real. You guys are bots. Okay, well guess what? You wanted, you got what you wanted. You're out of the matrix. I'm not celebrating. I don't think it's great. But I think sometimes people gotta learn their lessons. You don't want to listen to nobody? Nobody can tell you nothing? Okay. This is what happens. This is what happens. Some of the stuff my man was doing was wild. Him talking about another female creator and then simulating himself banging her, okay, on a platform for a good 30 to a minute, okay, is wild.
Then I flew to Bucharest, Romania to meet with Andrew Tate and be on his podcast, and they hit me with the cyberbullying strike for a viral video that was uploaded 2 months ago. If it's not obvious, anything can be labeled as cyberbullying and anything can be labeled as harassment.
It's just, he glossed over the cyberbullying stuff, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about.
You know what's so funny about the internet? It hides the fact, and like this feminist garbage hides the fact that she's attracted to that guy making the videos. It is what it is. Girls, you could vouch for it. You know it's true. She would. She would. And you know this is true, what's so predictable? You could tell by the way she's talking that she hasn't been properly in a long time. It's been a while. So she's on the internet making this garbage video, promoting all this feminist garbage to your fucking lonely girls in the comment section. What you really need, Chad, is some yeah, shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here. That's what you need. And she's gonna go, that's what you need. You need some sense back into you. And you know what they're gonna do right after I did that? They're gonna clip that part and say, I'm an incel problematic, but you know it's true. You can hear it in her voice. She hasn't been properly in too long, and now you make no sense. That's what happens, man.
Bro, this man simulates sex like a virgin, okay? But moving past that, yeah, he did that about another YouTuber. Guess what? YouTube will come down, but you cannot do it on the job in front of millions of people. I don't know what people don't understand about this. There's plenty of things I can do at home with my homies or say with my homies. I can't do it in front of y'all. I don't know what workplace you can ever exist in where you can simulate yourself fucking in front of customers, in front of advertisers, you can't do that. I tried to, you didn't really see what was that wrong with it. It's not like my man did something innocuous or something that's like, with this? No, a lot of this stuff was pretty clear cut, like, yeah, you're definitely violating the rules that exist. And it pains me to say this because a young man who, if he knew how to be smarter about some things and wasn't so just like, I want to be real, you look real dumb, honestly. That's all it is. if you were just a bit, you could have had longevity. You could have reached so many more people, had so much more influence. Actually, that is what Andrew Tate said after he got banned. After he got banned, he said, I should have been smarter about my messaging. I should have been smarter about this and that. Why? Because he recognized that the way he was acting was too wild to be viewed by this many people. Extra viewership brings extra money, brings extra scrutiny. Or as Biggie Smalls would say, more money, more problems.
Most definitely. Because on, well, I'm not sure if it was in his last measure to YouTube or if he said it on another platform, but I know Andrew Tate did say that a lot of the things that he said may have been taken out of context or a little harsh due to the fact that he was gaining so many viewers, and the fact that the more viewers you have, the more chances that you have for somebody to take what you're saying out of context. So what it seems like is Sneako doesn't accept that same reality, as he was basically following the same pattern and strategies that Andrew Tate was taking to go viral. You feel me? But where Andrew Tate is on one side of the spectrum saying that, okay, maybe some of the stuff that I said was harsh, or I could have changed the terminology that I use. Sneako's like, I didn't do anything wrong. I should have been able to say whatever the hell I want and not be deplatformed, essentially. Like, he's not taking the accountability that it would take for, well, I mean, he's not gonna get his platform back on YouTube regardless. So, I mean, if he don't want to apologize, he's not gonna get the platform back anyway. So, I'm pretty sure that's why he's not like turning his back on his initial thoughts on it. But that just goes to show the difference between him and like an Andrew Tate. I think it's just the maybe the maturity level, because Andrew Tate is an older guy. You feel me? And has like maybe more thought out strategy versus Sneako, where he was just like trying to spread the message as hard as possible and go viral at the same time, and in a non-apologetic fashion. So that just shows like a little difference between them, the two of them.
It's a conflicting thing. It's not good. I'm not happy. This is not a great thing. But if you're being honest, this is unsurprising. And secondly, you could even make the case that it's pretty well deserved. The moment he did that shit to that girl, I was already like, YouTube's on your ass. She's talking to her YouTube manager. Other people are talking to their YouTube reps. They've been tweeting at YouTube. It's like, bruv, when you cross that line, of course. What YouTuber do you think is going to get away with themselves simulating fucking another YouTuber? Now, if you with the boys at home, that's one thing. Bruv, this is your job. Guess what? YouTube, as cool as it is and how everybody sees family, it's a job. You got managers, you got lawyers, you got agents, you got middlemen, you got negotiators.
You got guidelines. You got guidelines.
You got contracts.
In a workplace, you can't dress a certain way. You got guidelines. And it's funny because it made me think of a story when I was working customer service on the phone. And there was this girl always complaining about the company, and the company didn't do nothing about that. And one day, the cops come and took the girl. Mm-hmm. I mean, the girl left the call center in handcuffs. Yeah. And I liked the girl. The girl was great. Cool dude. Yeah. We had fun. I was like, what did the girl do? And they told me, well, she was selling credit cards from the client to someone else. And I was like,
watch the Apple.
See what I'm saying? People be out here doing wild shit. She's stealing credit card information from her job and selling it to people, who then go and put that shit on the dark web so that other scammers can basically go buy the credit card information in order to scam. You know what I'm saying? So
Apple and Peach video he did about you, bro. These blue pill people only focus on the shit that, bro, you know what is newsworthy and what Abba and Priest should be about if they're a commentary channel who cares about free speech? They should have made a video talking about the fact that I got deplatformed off of most of these social media sites. But he didn't. It doesn't matter.
My man's out here right now lecturing me, talking about, oh, Abba, if you cared, you would have talked about my deplatforming. Deplatforming is a big problem. Bruv, you out here sucking off Fresh and Fit, two guys who try to DMCA strike and get a bunch of channels deplatformed, right? You haven't sat in on a podcast with them and had a long-form discussion. All of a sudden, now that you're suffering, deplatforming is a big problem. If you felt so strongly, you probably would have said something, but you don't, because now you need to suck off their teats just to be able to make some dimes. Congratulations, you played yourself. Everybody warned you left and right that you probably shouldn't be doing this. Nigga, you can't swim. And then you decide to go in the deep end with the sharks, found out shit's a little steep. And all of a sudden you want everybody to jump in there, save your ass. You were warned, brother. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't like seeing you being devoured, but what more can a man do? Like J. Cole says, don't save her, she don't want to be saved. That's you. I got the logs. I got the text messages. I got all the DMs. I got the voice notes. You were warned dozens of times. Now you want to act brand new. Oh, this happened to me. Okay. Well, listen. Take your matrix. Take your red pill. Go off to Bucharest. Suck off the tates. And just maybe you might make a few crypto dollars. Because me personally, I don't give a fuck. Be accountable for the actions that you took, because literally nobody, not one person on this planet is surprised by your downfall or you being deplatformed other than yourself. And if you had any kind of...
I would say he's not even surprised. You feel me? Like the whole time along, I don't know how long he was doing the live stream channel, but I think he said it was a few months. He hit like 1 million subscribers in a few months, and like every so often he would be like, they're trying to censor me, they're hitting me with these copyright strikes or not copyright strikes, but fucking well, basically like different strikes that he's like saying shit that he shouldn't be saying or that they don't want him to say, letting people know like eventually like his channel's gonna get deleted. So he knew it was coming eventually.
Integrity. You would go talk to the people beside you who are in the business of engaging in the very actions that make you suffer today. But you won't do that. You won't do that. Huh? Trying to get me to talk about Palestine. Meanwhile, you kicking it with war criminals. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here.
Watch the Apple and Peach video he did about you. Bro, these blue pill people only focus on the shit that, bro, you know what is newsworthy and what Abba and Priest should be about if their commentary shit?
I don't think Abba and Preach are necessarily blue pill though. Like, I wouldn't say they're blue pill. I wouldn't say they're red pill either though. I think they're just like two like reasonable dudes, and they're both comedians, I believe. Like comedians understand like truths like no other, like more than the average people. Like, so they would more so be red pill probably. You know what I'm saying? But he's probably just saying they're blue pill because he's in their feelings about them not defending him when he's literally like kicking it with their ops now. I don't believe they have a problem with like Fresh and Fit anymore. They still like be trolling them and shit. Like it's nothing serious, but he's like literally going on their show, damn near on a regular, like really kicking it with them, like on some friendship type shit. So I don't understand why he expects Abba to just go out his way and like defend his case or a situation when Abba was warning him, telling him like, yo, you need to chill because this is gonna happen and you already knew it was gonna happen. So now that it's happened, you're looking for, I don't know, like certain people to back you up that you probably thought would back you up, I guess. But whatever. He's probably speaking about it. He said check out the Apple and Peach video. I don't know what video they're talking about in that case. I probably need to go watch that after this and see, but yeah.
Channel who cares about free speech, they should have made a video talking about the fact that Watch the apple and peach video he did about you. Bro, these blue pill people only focus on the shit that, bro, you know what is newsworthy and what Abba and Priest should be about if they're a commentary channel who cares about free speech? They should have made a video talking about the fact that I got deplatformed off of most of these social media sites. But he didn't. It doesn't matter. He'll get on calls with me like, oh, I care about you. I want you to do well. I don't want your platform to be taken away. I just want to see you make money. Okay.
First off, you're already taking an L because you're eating a drumstick with a fork. Fuck weirdo.
No matter who you are or where you are, you can achieve your career.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about the fork because I really don't give a fuck about how a nigga eat his food. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the fucking table etiquette of use this fork or use this spoon with the soup and all that extra shit. If a nigga wanna use a fork to eat to eat a chicken legs, I don't give a fuck. That nigga is funny as fuck. I'm eating chicken with my hands for sure though. But if a nigga wanna use a fork, no, I mean I ain't got shit to say about that. But this nigga's funny.
Now,
if you really care about what I'm talking about, you should have made a video talking about how I got deplatformed.
I can't listen to
if I really care about you making money, I should know. I care about you keeping your career and going well, so I gave you advice to not get deplatformed. I find it so funny that you get on your final video and you're like, oh man, they deleted my second channel. Like you're acting surprised. I told you this was gonna happen. I told you you're gonna lose everything. Jadion told you. Desi, all these people were telling you what was gonna happen. That's how you show somebody they care. Not after they fucked up, but before. When you warn them, bro, you going too fast. That's how you show somebody you care. I didn't have to tell you nothing. I could have just farmed you for views. I could have done a bunch of stuff if I really wanted to. I was warning you in private numerous times. Oh, I don't care. Okay, stupid. Well, listen. You played a stupid game. You won a dumb prize.
See, that means he went even like the extra mile. Because, of course, I would have no way to know that he was letting him know behind the scenes. But he just said he was letting him know personally behind the scenes. And I've also seen him on like live streams warning them, along with Gideon warning them. And he's just telling them they're tripping, they don't want to spread the truth, they're going the wrong way about their own careers, but he's the one deplatformed, so.
Congratulations. You can carry on eating fucking drumsticks with your fork, looking dumb on live. I don't care. Go do whatever you want to do. But don't sit here talking about, blah, blah, blah. That's you, stupid. That's you. And again, these are 2 videos now. What have you not heard?
Accountability.
Okay. All the bad things are happening to you because the outside world's a problem. All right, young man. Okay, well, you carry on living like that. That's great. While you telling these women accountability, I haven't seen you take it a single time. Not once. Not once, but good job. Actually, no, he did do it once. When the Muslims cucked him into apologizing. Yeah. And he had to go religion. Now we took it.
They gained up.
Yeah, when somebody's about to smack him.
Yeah. I love Jews, though.
Stop. Hold on. New rule for you, Sneako. Right? No rule for you. You are not allowed to make fun of any religions on my stream until you make fun of Islam. After you do that, you're free to make fun of whatever you want, okay?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
2 hours later. Because I talk a lot about wanting to convert to Islam. I've always talked about how the religion that I identify with the most is Islam.
Come on, brother. You gotta.
No, that's it. I don't have anything to joke about Islam. It's a perfect religion, very peaceful. They're very accepting. I have nothing bad to say about that. Nothing but love for all religions. I love all religions equally, actually. I love Judaism, Christianity, Islam. They're all great. They're all great.
I keep seeing this meme in my head. You know, like those cucked porn videos where Sneako's just sitting in the corner and there's a Muslim man just fucking his values.
Ain't you an expert? After nearly a decade of dedicating my life's work to YouTube.com, they terminated all of my channels. For those of you that don't know, before I started live streaming 3 months ago, I amassed 1 million subscribers on my main channel called Sneako, doing artistic, creative, funny videos with the motto of seeking truth through funny. Then when I started live streaming on my second channel, Sneako, I quickly grew to 850,000 subscribers in a summer. They had to do something. The theme of my live streams was labeled as Red Pill, which a lot of people on the internet misconstrue as some pickup artist, misogynistic women hating, when in reality, the analogy comes from the movie The Matrix, the red pill meaning the truth. Since the beginning of my streaming, the mantra I kept repeating to my chat was that freedom of speech is dead, and if they censor it, it's true. And since then, they got me for 3 strikes, and that's why they terminated everything, not just my second channel, but my main channel and any fan channel with my name in it. So I posted a YouTube short on my main channel saying, hey guys, I can't stream for 2 weeks, I'll see you soon. And YouTube hit me with the circumvention strike, and that's how they were able to delete everything off the platform. It's an excuse.
Okay, you saying it's an excuse isn't accurate. The rules in place because they don't want you continually posting to your audience, okay? You're already on thin ice. They give you the 3rd strike, okay? You're already on thin ice. You post again, doesn't matter what it is that you post. If they told you can't post, but you post elsewhere, they go come for that is. They're already watching you.
The feds.
This is why you gotta do something. You wanna go on Instagram, you wanna go on Twitter, whatever you got left, you post it there. Okay, there's a difference between 2 things. There's what's right and what's smart. Is this right? You can make the case for either or, but I would probably on the fact that I don't like people being deplatformed, whether I like it or hate them. Same thing I said for Fresh and Fit, I would say for this, I don't think they should be deplatformed. However, if you're asking me what's smart, this is so incredibly stupid. And a lot of the things that you did were incredibly fucking stupid. I'm telling people, be smart. If that's that's not being, that's you understanding you have an opportunity to help folks, influence folks, do whatever you want if you are just diplomatic. But folks don't want to do diplomacy. They want their way or the highway. Well, guess what? You work for a company. You don't want to negotiate. You don't want to be diplomatic. Well, they're going to tell you to take a hike because they don't need you. Do you guys understand that? Like, when you're on these platforms, the reason why you want to be on YouTube is because there's advertisers. Well, YouTube, understanding there's advertisers, sets policies in place so that they can protect their investment, which is the advertiser giving them money. You come in and you jeopardize that, then you think you don't have to negotiate with them or give ground on anything. Take a walk.
You work for YouTube. You work for YouTube.
They have more power at the table.
Listen, I don't know what job. In the things that you did, I don't know what job would have given you 3 strikes. No. If you go on a normal job, a normal 9 to 5, and you simulate that you're fucking one of your coworkers, I don't know how they're going to give you 3 strikes because that company is now liable. YouTube gave you the courtesy of giving you 3 strikes.
There's no consistency with the rule.
That's a good analogy. Because YouTube is a company. YouTube is a company. So if you think of it as a company, like even if it's online, like the other YouTubers on the platform are essentially your coworkers. So if you look at it from that sense, and you know how sensitive people are about the, let's say, harassment and things of that nature, then that's like a perfect example. They're not gonna give you like really any chances, you know what I'm saying, for that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna tolerate that at all.
Rules, they
are giving you 3 strikes.
There's no consistency with the rules. They attack people who are going against their agenda. All the YouTubers that are celebrating me being banned right now have proved my point as well. They are so brainwashed and programmed that they can't comprehend the fact that celebrating the banning of another YouTuber is sick.
Well, I mean, I tried to warn him. And yeah, YouTube, I mean, look, it's YouTube's website. They can do whatever the fuck they want. If he broke TOS, then that's an L for him. But I warned him. I told him, like, he was moving mad.
That's not celebrating.
That's not celebrating.
That's not celebrating. It's not, yay! He's not like that. That has, the tone is not, yo, he said, you were moving mad. I'm trying to warn him. If he broke the rule, he broke the rule. That's not celebration, bruv.
How many people told you you were moving mad? Everybody was telling you you're moving mad, you're going to get banned. You didn't listen to anybody. You let your nuts hang, you did what you wanted to do, and then you got it. He's like, well, listen, that's you. We warned you. And you were moving mad.
I but stop celebrating.
You call that celebration? This is the hard-headedness and like the kind of like dumb speak that you do sometimes. I can't. You know what made me laugh too?
Wow.
I was telling him, you know, during our discussion, I was telling him, like, yo, listen, after some time, you know, fucking every woman on the planet, it just gets boring. Like, you ain't trying to get new pussy.
I remember that shit.
He's like, nah, it's just you getting old or whatever. I said, okay, whatever. You don't want to listen, don't listen. You like fucking, Sneako?
We all do, yeah.
You like fucking you, pussy?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that shit gets old.
No.
He said no.
100%. 100%. And I could point you hundreds of players who are online right now who have videos of them telling you new pussy gets old.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit do get old, like. But Sneako did have a point as well. Like, it's kind of an age thing too, because when you are a young man, like that is like a continuous goal. You know what I'm saying? To like continuously, you know what I'm saying, get new girls. You feel me? But as you age and you start to think about like longevity and things like that, like, and building a legacy, you need like one woman that's like really down for you to achieve that. That's gonna be there for you through thick and thin, and be able to, you know what I'm saying, raise kids with and up under a good foundation. So once you get to a certain age and you start to think about those other things outside of just new girls, then it does get old. I'll tell you that.
In fact, how about I tell you this one? And this is something even Andrew Tate says. This is something even Andrew Tate says. All right?
He's saying nah.
Hi, my name is Josh, and I've been a Forward member for 5 months. In the last 4 months, I've lost about 50 pounds.
Even Andrew Tate says. This is something even Andrew Tate says. All right? Sex becomes overrated after time.
No, it's overrated now.
Yeah, he says new pussy. He's like, why do you think that is?
Because you get used to it. It becomes like when you eat the same food over and over again, it becomes boring. That's why you get new. That's why you get new pussy. So you spice it up. Or you keep upgrading.
But guess what? After you had enough new pussy, there is no more new pussy.
There's always,
you understand?
There's always new pussy.
No, you think that. After you
don't really upgrade pussy. You feel me? Because a vagina is a vagina. If he means like upgrading in terms of more attractive women, that's one thing, but pussy is pussy. You feel me? Some girls do it better than others, but you know what I'm saying, you're receiving the same thing, just from a different person.
You've had a few dimes, you realize dimes ain't nothing. After you've had some baddies, you realize baddies ain't nothing.
So what do you?
Why do you think so many of these dudes, as they get older in life, they stop talking about this shit nearly as much?
Because they get older and they're less testosterone.
It's not even that. It's you realize, like, bruv, the payout ain't worth the work in.
Because you get tired. You get older, you don't have as much energy. You get. Bleh.
Dude goes to Bucharest, sits in front of Andrew Tate. What do you think Andrew Tate tells him?
I don't give a shit. You can give me the baddest bitch on the planet, the most beautiful girl on the planet. I don't care. I don't even know who she is, but she's out there somewhere, and she could DM me on Instagram, and I could look at her and go, wow, you're absolutely beautiful. But if she tries to meet me in a scenario that I think it's a setup, or if she says something I really don't like, I'm sorry, goodbye.
Right.
Fuck you. What is it's pussy? It's sex. Who cares? It's a black hole. Hedonism is a black hole. And you can go down it forever, but you'll never be satisfied or satiated when you just go down the black hole of hedonism. There has to be a point where you wake up and realize, no matter how much pussy I fuck, this hole is going to stay as large and black as it is now. And that's just the way the game is. And you get to a point where you finally just say, I know I can fuck girls. I've fucked enough of them. And this is just not that fun anymore. Would you play a video game that never ended? Would you you want to complete the levels and complete the game? If the game just goes forever, after 20 minutes, you're like, this is bullshit. It's just a game. That's the game of life.
I just think it's corny that you're going to act like, oh, nobody knows what they talk about. I'm going to do whatever I want. Then Tate repeats the same thing. All of a sudden, you want to listen.
Why is that?
It's like, okay, well, guess what? You didn't want to take the advice. That's cool. Don't take it. But don't be surprised when you lose a lot of them sympathy points when everybody warned you were going too fast and then you went head first into a wall. That's all I'm saying.
Why do you think someone would do that?
What do you mean?
Switch like that because it's the same information.
Maybe he respects Tate. He looks up to Tate, whatever it might be. I don't know. But I think if you can only take advice based off of who says it, then you're probably not most apt when it comes to learning. I can hear good things come out of people I even disagree with.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can learn from people I disagree. I can be like, you know what you're saying there is true. That makes sense. Or maybe that's something I got to think about. Mm-hmm. Right?
That's why people call us, we're sitting on the fence and shit. Like, it's not a sport. where everything your team does, you're with that shit.
True.
You choose a camp and you rock. I wear those colors. I bleed that. And every decision that team makes, you're like, yeah, even if that doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? So, yeah, maybe people think, oh, yeah, you're just sitting on the fence, but it's not really what it is.
The government is watching me. The senator of Michigan played my clip of a stream. The committee, the chair of Homeland Security, said that I'm a domestic threat and that I'm encouraging violence.
So that we all understand exactly the type of extremist content we are discussing today, and I'd like to take a moment to show a few examples, if you'd check the screen.
What really happened is Susan got a phone call from somebody on Epstein Island saying, you need to get rid of this guy. He's growing too fast and he's exposing the truth. You need to get rid of him before he keeps waking people up.
Ooh, the feds are gonna get you.
I'm willing to just play that reply.
Ooh.
Okay. You know, and Sneako brought this up to me. You know, he's like, bro, are you afraid? I'm like, no. Why aren't you afraid? Because I know this isn't a big deal. I watched the whole thing. So I watched the Gold Senate thing where I showed up on the clip, right? I was on Sneako's podcast. What ended up happening, okay? And this is the wild shit where he's moving mad, okay? Is I'm having a conversation with Sneako and Jadion. We're just chopping it up, talking about stuff. It's a good conversation.
Right.
All of a sudden, Sneako brings on Nick Fuentes, white supremacist weirdo, okay? And this man starts going off about race realism, Jewish people, doing a lot of crazy talk.
Outlandish.
That
Also,
clip gets brought up before the Senate.
Also, Nick Fuentes, I don't think he's a white supremacist. I think he's just a regular white dude that believes in what he believes in. I'm saying he said he prefers white women. I don't think there's nothing wrong with white men wanting or preferring white women over any other race. You know what I'm saying? He has said he doesn't discriminate against other women, but he wants to marry a white woman, and he's a 24-year-old virgin. He just has his own ideologies. I don't think he's actually a white supremacist. That's just my opinion.
And this man I'm having a conversation with Sneako and Jadion. We're just chopping it up, talking about stuff. It's a good conversation.
Right.
All of a sudden, Sneako brings on Nick Fuentes, white supremacist weirdo, okay? And this man starts going off about race realism, Jewish people, doing a lot of
And he says like a lot of he says a lot of stuff with like satire. Like he says he makes his points like with a lot of jokes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things he says is in a joking manner, and due to the fact that he's white, people feel like white people are not allowed to say certain things, but a lot of times he's just joking as he's stating his points, and his points are his opinions. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that necessarily makes him a white supremacist. That's just a popular thing that people say about him.
crazy talk.
Outlandish.
That clip gets brought up before the Senate. The Senate starts posting like 5, 6, 7 videos of people saying extremist stuff. And that was like the 3rd video out of the 7. And the reason why they brought up that clip wasn't because I was on screen, wasn't because Jadion was on screen, or because Sneako was on screen. It's because Nick Fuentes, who's banned from everything, whose bank account's been closed, and who's like the leader of a weird party, was on screen. So why would I be worried? Nothing's happened to me. Nothing was going to happen to Sneako, but he got his own problems there. The real issue was that you were bringing on wild people, and those people were being targeted. So that's the truth. Now, am I nervous? No, not really. I don't care. I don't care. And nothing's really happened, and most of the other people who were on that panel, nothing happened to them. But he wants to build this narrative that the government and everybody was coming for him, and Susan and Epstein Island, all stuff. It's not that deep. The truth is, you got banned because you were acting wild on the platform, saying dumb shit and simulating yourself fucking another YouTuber, and that ended up being the final cross. That's the truth. But if you want to make it a bigger conspiracy thing because it makes you feel more important, do whatever you want. I'm just not buying it.
But what they don't realize is that I don't need YouTube.com to go connect with people. YouTube is just a platform that I used. What I really need is my voice and a camera.
So why you want us to cover it then? Well, the fact that he's saying that he doesn't really care, he doesn't really need that. But I'm like, why don't you talk about me being that platform? I'm like, bruv, You cared. Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Two YouTubers that I looked up to when I was a kid, H3, Ethan Klein, and KSI are both making fun of me when I got banned, even though they're YouTubers. These are two YouTubers that before I even started YouTube, I looked up to as an example. And I saw them both sell their soul in real time. After they got canceled and after the same people that are coming after me came after them, they sold out. They gave up their principles and they apologized. They changed their agenda and they say whatever the fuck is on Twitter trending. Deep down, they both know that they sold out because I know. I've been watching them for as long as they've been making videos. So when someone like me comes around, they attack me instead of the bigger system that's controlling us all. I'm not a bad person. I'm just trying to wake you up. And they're jealous of the fact that they should have done what I did.
Well, I find it funny that a lot of these guys get up on these platforms and always preach all this stuff, but never take it for themselves. Cool. You the one messed up right now. You the one suffering all these negative consequences, but you can't see how you played a part in all of this. You don't see the part that you played in any of this, okay? I want to see these young creators do well. And a lot of them are doing supremely well. And I think it's dope that I watch these guys grow beyond anything I can even imagine. And I want to see them make all the money and change their lives, change their family's life, change their whole fucking lineage's life. I want that for them. If they just move a bit smarter, they can avoid losing that opportunity. That's it. That's it. After that, have whatever. I vehemently disagreed with Sneako for months. And I was telling him I disagree with like the vast majority of what you be saying because I think it's stupid. But I still gave him advice to not get deplatformed. Why? Because even though I don't see eye to eye to you, I still want to see you do well. You didn't take that advice. Now you say I'm not supportive. Okay. You know what fake people do? Fake people will sit there and tell you, oh, keep going, even though it's leading you to your doom. That's what fake people do. I told you shit you didn't want to hear and that shit upset you. Okay. Well, then stay. Maybe you're going to learn this lesson one day. Maybe you'll never realize that you're too hard-headed and stupid to realize. I don't care. Now it's your problem. Because I can't do much more, and I'm not going to force my advice on nobody. Do what you want to do. Anything else?
Oh, no.
No? How do you feel as a beta blue pill?
You know what?
What?
You would have said that a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago. I'd be like, I'm not no, but sure.
Who cares?
How do I feel? Platformed.
Yes, that's a pot thing to say.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, man. Listen.
Okay.
Hey, it's crazy, man. Man gets deplatformed and you realize how badly he wants to be plugged back into the matrix.
It's crazy.
Right? YouTube,
crazy.
TikTok, all these things are part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, go be unplugged.
Did you know medical error kills millions of people every year worldwide? As medicine evolves, we need a different kind of nurse to help prevent these errors and save more lives.
Well, that's that.